Dragster, I mean, 13-year-olds in motorsports, an 8-year-old in motorsport, I mean, it's a great introduction of discipline, but first of all, and foremost, of course, is going quickly. Now, your car is a junior modified. I mean, how fast are you going?
Well, my top speed is 86, but we're restricted to 85, and I go 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds.
So that'll pretty much blow any of these road cars away here that you see on the road. You could just wave goodbye to them, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And there's a question that we asked yesterday, and I'm going to ask it again because who's going to win this here? Who's going to be quicker?
Me!
We'll give that one. I see you're desperate to win everything. No, we had a little bit of fun with the girls yesterday. But you knew that was coming, so that's good preemptive reactions, but you were on the start line first and you got that one. So well done, girls. Okay, so Easter, the first race meeting of the year. You had a bit of a false start last year, Belle, but I know you've been eager to get going again. But although you two are running in different classes within Junior Dragster, you could actually race each other in the final if you both stay in. So how does that feel?
That'd be pretty cool if it's in the final, but then I'd end up winning and then it'd break her heart. I'm sorry, Belle.
Right. But your car is a lot quicker, so how does it work? How can you two race each other?
Oh, well, I'd have to chase her.
Yeah. So you'll give her a head start, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So your car runs what, 7.9 seconds? Now bear in mind, you only run to the 8th mile, so you're only doing a half track run as such. So you get there in 7.9. Now if we can hand the microphone over to Belle. Now Belle, you can't stop smiling again. You're incredibly competitive as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now then, how many times are you going to beat your sister this year?
1,000.
Okay, so basically every time you're going to try your best to do it. The thing is though, now obviously her car is a lot quicker than yours. If you're in your car and you're doing, say, a 12.9 second run, can you hear somebody chase you? Can you actually hear them coming?
No.
No, you're so zoned in on what you do, aren't you? What's the best bit about being a motor racing driver? Is it all the enjoyment in the pits and chilling out with your friends and stuff like that? Or is it meeting all these big superstars that you two do?
It'll be mostly racing.
Yeah? And are your friends at school jealous of what you do?
Yeah, but some don't believe me.
Right, why not?
I don't know.
Have they seen your car?
Yeah.
Right, well that's probably why they don't. So you need to take it to school one day and show them all what it's all about, don't they?
Yeah.
Andy, let's just have a quick word with you. Andy, you're the dad, you're the team manager, you're the guy responsible for getting the sponsorship for the girls. You also help with the Junior Dragster League through Alamo for these sponsors and such. What's it like trying to organise all of that, have your two girls racing and trying to organise everything in the pits as well? It must be a logistical nightmare for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a full-time job as well. You know, I have a busy job at work and then outside of work, all the focus is on things two and the drag racing.
Yeah, and I know you've been abroad as such, and we're going to see some images at the moment. We're going to see the first image is going to be a fan signing in Las Vegas. Now, when you go abroad, how is that different to the UK and the European scene?
Well, you've got to imagine drag racing in the USA is the third most popular motorsport, so it's NASCAR, IndyCar and drag racing. So, you know, there's thousands of fans, there's you know, hundreds of pro teams, and literally on the junior dragster side, we went to Bristol and raced in the summer last year, and whereas in the UK we make it 35 dragsters, in America Paige raced against 800. You know, so it took some 6.5 hours for all the junior dragsters just to do one run each.
I honestly did not know it was that many. I thought it was about 152. But 800. So you're going to be in the pairing race forever.
Yeah,
waiting it's a very cool junior dragster to the pairing race, but it's going to be a traffic jam, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you could spend 3 hours in the pairing lanes, you know, and there was 20 pairing lanes to go in. It was just amazing.
Mind you do rattle them through quite quickly though, don't we? There's no messing around on the start line, is there?
No, not at all.
800. So how did it feel seeing all of these cars there? As you say, it's like a traffic jam. It's probably the most interesting traffic jam you'll ever see. You get to meet all of these drivers as well.
It was pretty cool because I've never seen that many. It was scary at the same time.
Yeah. And How many rounds of racing is that to actually get through to the final? It's about 9 or 10 rounds, isn't it? Something crazy. I'm trying to do the maths in my head actually, and I can't.
Well, the whole race, there was 3 races and it was done over 10 days. So it was 10 days from 8 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning, the junior dragster racing.
Yeah. Well, what that does allow you to do is have a little bit of free time if you've got all that waiting around. If you just look at the screen there, we've got a picture of Paige and Belle with, let's just say, the biggest legend in world drag racing. Of course, that is the 15 times champion John Force. What's it like meeting these real heroes of our sport?
It's amazing because you see them on TV and you're like, I want to go meet them. And then you actually do it and you're a bit scared and nervous, but it was really good.
Yeah, but of course, that's the other thing with our sport. Although they are gods in our world, it's similar to, like, say, Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button in Formula 1, but these guys are just, they're there all the time. They work the ropes, buy their rigs and their trailers and everything. They're really accessible, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you go out and you've got in very, very good, shall we say, terms, if you like, with R2B2 racing in America. You're part of that setup now. What is R2B2? Tell us a little bit about that.
R2B2 is a drag racing team in America. And we met with them at the European finals, and then the trucks to sign my car, and then I went to go win that event, so that was really good. And then they invited us over to come see London race, and they asked me to be part of their team.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. So you're really looking forward to this season? What are you looking forward to most? Just getting back out in the car and starting again?
I think I miss everyone because they're like a family, and then I just miss seeing my car. So I just really miss Theobold and everyone around it.
Yeah. Just one thing I forgot to mention, that is going back to the racing in America. So do you have another car that you use out there? Because it's too difficult to keep ferrying cars backwards and forwards, yeah?
Haskell was making a dragster for someone else, so he let me borrow it.
That's quite handy that you have friends that you're allowed to do that, really, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Okay, well, I think that's basically covered everything we need to do. I hope you continue to enjoy the show. I know you've got your car here next to the Santa Pod trailer on the stand there, so if you want any information on the junior dragsters, please feel free to go and have a word with Paige, Belle, and of course Andy and the team. They're all on the stand there. And finally, Andy, we've got to give a plug to Alamo because they're increasing their involvement with European drag racing, especially at Santa Pod. And they've taken over the lane sponsorship, I believe, for the 2012 season for the drag racing events.
Yeah, that's correct. We're going to be it's going to be the Alamo lane, the left-hand lane at Santa Pod. We've also got our other signage at the track, and it's all going really well. Alamo are really pleased with particularly all the press coverage. I think the girls were in 22 million national papers in 2011, so it's great publicity for Alamo and great for the sport as well.
Finally, I just want to hand the microphone over to Belle one more time, just to get your final words. And it was what happened yesterday, actually, because we unveiled Chris's car, the big Top Fuel dragster. You were there like an absolute shot, and I think you were the first person in the cockpit. We lost you. What's it like in that big car?
Scary?
Yeah, but would you achieve that would be your ultimate thing? Would you like to have a go in that one day?
Yeah.
I don't think Dad will let you. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause, please. Paige, Belle, and Andy Wheeler, the Alamo Junior Dragster team. Thank you all so very, very much indeed. Okay, I've got one more guest to bring up, and this man.